That is 100% correct, man. Before we get into that though,
Oh,
you want to do the intro?
Sure. I don't have anything to crack open though. Maybe it's too soon for that anyway. Let's not. All right. Well, 3, a 2, a 1. Hey, everybody, do not, under any circumstances, crack open a cold one, but you can crack open your shift key and your exclamation point, type exclamation point GECS in chat, and you can feel for yourself what we're doing today, the Golden Egg Challenge series, a show where 2 esports level gamers try to, 2 dad level gamers try to complete esports level feats. Sorry, the light of my life walked into the room as I was doing that. I got distracted.
Well, hey, you know what? If she should distract you. She's the beacon of hope.
It's true.
So what we're trying to do today, which so every week we're gonna come at you with a new pipe and hot challenge. This week, Ryan Gary, very seasoned in Rocket League. Myself, I'd say I'm like just a chicken breast with nothing on it, unseasoned. And so with that, we're gonna try and win 10 games in 2 hours. Is that correct?
10 games in 2 hours. This seems appropriate.
Before we crack into it, what do you think our chances are?
Level of confidence, I would say. I'm going to say 65%. I think we have a 2/3 opportunity to make this happen.
Okay. Would you be okay if I took the official poll over here?
Dude, please do. Please do.
Why in chat if you think Ryan, Gary, and I will win 10 games in 2 hours of Rocket League, and in chat if no, that is the official challenge.
I do need to know though. What's your level of experience in Rocket League?
Well, I am just playing through the tutorial right now. So
okay,
we played together like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, probably back in like 2015.
Yeah, so I haven't played in 5 years. But before we start the challenge, can you talk to me about the Renaissance? Because I feel like you started it, and now it's like back or something.
Dude, I'm not saying that I have like the ultimate level of influence, but like I played Rocket League way back in 2015. I'm not trying to say we kicked it off, but you know, I was perusing stuff for Let's Look At It, and I saw a game where you play soccer with your car. I said that's a unique brand of strangeness that I'm down with. All of a sudden, who knows what happens? 3 months later, it's the most popular sports game on the PC. But then I stopped playing it because I started hating losing more than I liked winning. But then I came back to it just now because it went free on the Epic Store, and I was like, you know what? That means a crop of fresh meat from people that, you know, probably Fortnite gamers who are now like, hey, I want to try something else out. So I thought maybe we'd get some free wins. That's exactly how it turned out, but now it's got its hooks in me, and I don't know how to stay away.
Got it. So you're like, okay, hey, new crop of, you know, entry-level players. Easy
Let's
dubs.
just call them, you know, virtual Zoom middle schoolers.
Okay. And so the wins came easy. How do I see your rank?
I don't know if you can see my rank.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my rank, but you can see your rank.
Okay.
Which is probably unranked.
Is that bottom left corner?
No, you have to hit play.
Welcome,
and then
brand
competitive,
new subscriber. Okay.
And it'll show you. I don't know though, dude, because I'm like, how does queuing work in this game? Chat. Do I need to queue? Or do I need to have Dan queue? Oh, you know what? He probably can't even. Yeah, he can't even play ranked yet because he's got to get to level 10. So we can.
That's
we'll
probably
play some casual.
Yeah, it's probably a good time to, like, you know, you kind of teach the ropes a little bit.
Oh, dude, you've played sports games before. You know what's up.
Yeah, but there's like a little bit more to it than that, right?
Are you ready to go?
I am ready
to give it a try. Dude, it's not hard. You know how sports work. It's easy. It's just fall ball.
Okay, fall ball. Oh, okay, so it's more about spacing than it is about anything else.
I'm gonna be honest. Like for you, and I'm not very good at the game to begin with either. As long as you know the controls, we just need to talk, and we might be okay. Like I'll get this one, and you hang back, and then occasionally I'll be like, "Hey, you get this one," and I'll hang back.
Is this a practice game or does this count? I'm sorry.
I mean, I would consider this to count.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna start the official timer then.
Oh, here we go. I didn't know you had that kind of sauce.
Oh, we got the sauce here. Is that your baby?
That is my baby.
Aww.
Oh, baby.
Good luck, Luna,
Good luck.
ladies and gentlemen.
Look at this. Dude, honestly,
All right.
I'm excited for this. I think we got a great chance, and I think you're gonna pog up. All right, you go
Okay.
for it. Go for it.
I am ready. All right, so now I'm a fit timer's going. This is our first official game. All we gotta do is win 10. No biggie.
All we gotta do is win, and we're already up 1-0 in this one.
All right, and we're playing against just average people right now.
It's casual, so there is like skill-based matchmaking.
Okay.
But I have no idea like what rank they are. I don't know how strict the matchmaking is in non-competitive.
Okay.
But it so far it's
nice
going
shot.
pretty well. Sorry, that one's my bad. I should have left that one for you.
Do you go ball cam or you go other cam?
You want to be on ball cam like 90% of the time.
Okay. Gotcha.
But when it's directly over top of you, you might consider going on ball cam. Sorry, I'm styling out here.
Oh, dude. Hey, I don't want to get. I don't want to get in the way of Pavel Burry hitting his third hat trick. We'll take our first dub.
So I would say like for you, there's only like you know how to boost. You know the boost button.
Yeah.
The only other thing I would suggest is like if you double tap the jump button with the direction, it generates a flip for you, which will give you like it'll give you like extra sauce on the ball if you hit it in that direction.
Got you. So don't want to do that for sure.
That's all right. You know, that's a situation. If you want to counter that, you just hit down down on the D-pad.
Down. What does that do?
Well, you'll see when you do it.
Okay. So I gotta ask you. So you got your baby, right?
Correct.
What's been the biggest challenge thus far? Speaking of the Egg Challenge series,
it's I mean, what would you guess is the biggest challenge? And we'll see if you're right.
I would guess lack of sleep control.
Lack of sleep, I would say, is number one. And you're absolutely right in your phrasing. It is not just lack of sleep. It's lack of knowledge of what the sleep's going to be like. Like you go to bed at 10 and you just hope you're not waking up until like 4. But sometimes it's 1:30. Sometimes it's, 2:15. And sometimes like she cries a little bit and I just like pray that she's going to stop rather than get up.
Well,
sometimes she does.
I saw your tweet this morning. It's like, bro, you stop crying. I didn't know if you were talking about Luna or if you're talking about the Isaac community about the DLC not out yet.
Ooh, oof.
Oh, we're losing. Sorry.
No, it's what it did. There's no apology necessary.
So sometimes you said you pray that she just stops, and then how does that work out for you?
Dude, she does sometimes. Or alternatively, Kate will wake up instead. But I feel bad for it. But like, there's some times where I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna be a zombie. I can't answer the bell right now.
So that's a totally different dynamic, right? Because you got like the actual get up, and then you have the fake get up. Have you mastered the fake get up yet?
What is the fake get up? I wanna learn all the dad skills. So it's like you act like you're gonna get up and then she gets up instead?
Yeah, so the baby starts to cry, you take like one leg out of the bed, you'll pull back the covers and be like, I got this, and then you just wait a half second before you actually get out.
It has gone that way a couple times. Oh no, that's my bad. Sometimes if it's like the time where I think we should be getting up to begin with, then I'll do the half get up, and then Kate will be like, "Nah, I got it." But if it's the middle of the night, if the sun's not up yet, then I'm like, "This one's on me."
So, and I guess it's a personal question, and I think this plays a lot into the dynamics. Does Luna take a bottle or only straight off the organic spot?
She takes a bottle, but the bottle is organic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. So like you have to, like, there's no excuse for you not to get up. It's not like you can't.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
I have the capability.
So you have, okay. So that limits your options. So lack of sleep has been one. Okay.
Yeah. The other one is like being tired all the time, which I guess kind of fits. But like, I'm definitely not used to being tired at like 4 p.m.
And like, how does that hit for you?
Oh, good hit. I don't know. Like, I just feel kind of like spotty. Like, I feel like, normally imagine like my thoughts are like a game of catch. And it's like, you throw the ball, the thought is going to be received with 100% coherence. Now I feel like it's a game of catch, but it's like, I'm 5 years old. Like the throws are off, the catches are not even close.
Nice shot.
Oh. But you know, in 18 years or so, I'm excited for the renaissance of coherent thought.
So I mean, I think it puts a different dynamic, right? Like, and it's a little bit different in this time. But what about before in the past? You're like, oh, I'm so tired, versus like now. Like,
yeah, I know you and I were talking about it, but like hearing other people be like, I'm so tired is like, it's comical now.
Is that dad shaming or like anti-dad shame? We're not anti-dad shaming. We're just kind of saying it's the
like you can be tired and not have a child for sure, but like previously, like anytime I've ever complained about being tired, at least I knew that it was like on an expiration date. Like, oh, I'll be able to get a lot of sleep on like Thursday night or something. But now I'm like, you never know, right?
You're in the
like,
there is no getting out of it. It's
you're just
abyss.
falling. Yeah, there's no recovery. You're just sort of, you know, you're hanging in limbo for an indeterminate amount of time.
Have you had any moments when you're like, not that it's not worth it, but like when it's like, oh, like this is really like really worth it? Like, did you have any moments you're like, yo, that's like 50% my DNA just looking at me?
Oh, dude, absolutely. Like, and anytime, like, sometimes I'll come out of my office and then she'll smile at me, like she's sitting on the couch in the living room, and you're like, yeah, that's my kid right there.
That's cool, man.
It is,
and it's funny, right? Like they have it because how old is she? She's two month and a half.
Yeah, month and a half right now.
Okay.
Like she turned 6 weeks old yesterday.
And this may sound like bizarre, you know, if you've never had a little one, but like have you started to notice like she has like a little personality, right?
What do you think, Kate? You think you've noticed that she has a personality?
Yeah, she slaps my face with her wet hand when my boob is not full of milk.
That's true. She
and
does.
She goes like, work.
I would describe
work,
it as a hungry baby. Her personality is hungry right now.
And then she slaps me. She punched me like a few times this morning too.
Yeah, she's very violent. It's a scary time. I don't know. I'm waiting until she crawls. Then she's gonna be a real handful.
So like, what do you do like during the day? Are you up like because you're up like now you're up like my Eastern time, and Ryan, you know, people that don't know, Ryan's on PST, but you're out there like me.
It's true. Okay, hold on. Before we get into this, here's our game plan. Okay. If you're in front, you go towards the ball and hold boost.
Okay.
For the kickoff. If you're in back, just hang out where you are, just in case things go wrong and you need to make a save.
Gotcha.
That alone will save us like 1 goal per game.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, it's that those are the keys to the kingdom.
Okay.
She was there
Nice.
chair. She was like eyeing on you. She doesn't want to be separate from you.
Yeah, we need like I could wear the baby Bjorn all day. And then
I got it.
She could just chill with me. Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, I'm playing defense a little bit here.
So
Nice.
like to answer your question, that is kind of like that's part of the struggle as well. Is like previously, like I started work maybe at like 10 a.m. Now I've been recording Isaac episodes at like 7:30 in the morning or 6:45 in the morning, and it's like by the time I finish the NLSS, like my day is over. Like I'm basically about ready to pass out. It's like I don't know, and I think about it because I'm like I don't know. You sometimes you wake up at like 5 a.m. Okay, so you're gonna take this one. You wake up at like 5 a.m. Eastern sometimes, right? To jog, but then you're still recording episodes at midnight sometimes.
So for you, like normally after the NLSS, you go back into the salt mines or the Isaac mines, right? And now
I'd get a couple of videos done or something. That one's on me. That one's on me for sure.
And now it's not like that, right?
No, now I'm like, 3 or 4 p.m. or I guess 5 or 6 p.m. I'm done. Like I can't do anything else. And then it's funny. Like I used to look at 7 p.m. like it was like lunchtime. Now I look at 7 p.m. I'm like, why am I even awake? Like basically it's like I should be asleep right now because oh no, we still got to eat dinner. And then we got to do 2 feedings, and then it's her bath time as well. And then after the bath time, we got to top her up so she's like ready to fall asleep at night. It's like it feels like there's like 4 hours left from that point onwards of domestic stuff.
Nice.
Great save. Great save.
So for you, like production wise, like, cause you kind of like you limped. It felt like you. I don't have no other way to say, it, but like limped back in. You know, you're like, oh, I'll do a little Twitch, a little YouTube. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got back to doing most of it pretty quickly, like faster than expected. But limp, if you want to call it limp, that's I don't like the word, but
well, like I guess I got dipped your toe. Ooh, nice. Give me that, Daddy. So then, so when did you just say, all right, hey, look, I'm good now. Like I can like start doing stuff.
I mean, I'm still not like fully there for sure. We're still in the adjustment period. Like Kate's not sleeping enough, so we want to like make sure that she gets a little time in the afternoon to always get some extra sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a learning process for sure because we've never obviously been in this situation before. So we're just kind of taking it like week by week and figuring out where we stand. Okay, Dan, you might be able to take this one off the wall. Oh, that was a little hot.
Let's go. Nice setup, Pavel. Who's your favorite Canuck?
That's a great question. Favorite Vancouver Canuck of all time? I mean, like alumni legacy.
Or you could go
probably
current for the current Zoomers.
I mean, so Elias Pettersson is like, he's an incredible player. He won Rookie of the Year last year. Then on top of that, he's also a memer.
What do you mean?
Somebody sent him the video on Twitter of like this kid playing basketball, like by just dribbling it between his legs super quick. And then they said, hey, Petey, can you recreate this video? And he filmed a video of him like going to Canadian Tire and then buying the basketball and then doing it himself, which is incredible. And he's always like, you would like him. He's dripped up nonstop.
Really?
Everybody else in the Canucks is wearing like, Old Navy t-shirts, and he's wearing like Hermes nonstop. Mind you, he's gonna probably sign like a $12 million contract next year. So
was he a high draft pick, or was he just kind of like a farm team guy?
Nah, he's 5th overall, 2017. So he's good, but he's like better than expected too. But then like legacy wise, I like the Sedins a lot.
There's Patrick and Michael.
Patrick Sedin and Michael Sedin, yes.
Did they both play for the Canucks at the same time?
Yeah, it was like a one of a kind situation.
How did the rest of the NHL let that happen?
So they were both gonna be like high draft picks for sure. The Canucks had like a high draft pick. They traded that like Dwight Schrute style into a 1st overall pick. Then they traded the 1st overall pick to a team under the guarantee that they were not going to take either of the Sedins with the 1st overall.
That's dirty.
And then they got them all.
So people let them draft them. That's crazy.
But it was a different era of the NHL as well, where people thought they were, maybe like too small or not mean enough to succeed. Daniel, we're going to get our first win, by the way.
Let's go. 13 minutes into the challenge. I don't know what the pace is on that, but if we get a win every 15, that's not enough.
It's not quite enough. We could speed up our time. That was my bad by not watching the replays. That might allow us to fit in an extra couple of games.
Wait, in this game, if you scored, you control the replay for everyone?
No, it's not like 2K or Madden or whatever. Like you got to everybody has to hit the A button. So even the people that
that's my bad.
My bad. No. I was focused on boost.
So you can't. So someone can force you to eat those ads, then pretty much.
Exactly. Like these guys right now, they're forcing us to eat those ads.
So that's BM. Like there's an element of BM in the game.
Oh, huge, dude! Quick chat is the ultimate BM.
I'll have to check.
You are using a controller, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Because when I said do down earlier.
Yeah.
I think maybe you did it on the analog stick, but I meant on the D-pad.
I have not even done down yet.
There you go. You got it. Sorry. Dude, there you go. You go.
First up.
First victory.
All right. At that. Love to see it.
You do love to see, and then you can do some cool stuff here. You can say like, "Hey, eat my frost."
This is pretty
that's
fun,
not a
man.
bad game.
No.
At the end of the day, that's Rocket League. It's just fun.
When
even if you're trash, you're still hitting the ball with a car. Like it's not like it's torture.
Yeah,
it's not Divinity Original Sin 2.
Oh, no. Too soon, man. So do we rematch these guys?
I would just say ready. So like, because I don't want, when we inevitably win our next 9 straight, I don't want people to be like, oh, it's just because you were playing Rosen over and over.
Got it. Yeah,
I mean we do. Like, I guess we should probably leave the game after this one because we keep getting matched with them regardless.
Because I was surprised when I saw you playing like Rocket League, and I probably felt how you feel when I'm playing Tarkov. I'm like, Resident sleeps, you know? Just because it's like, I just thought it's like a really old game.
Yeah.
It's like 5 years old, but it's really fun. And it's free in the Epic Game Store.
Exactly. Creator code DANGHEESLING.
And excuse me, I use creator code at Northernlion exclusively.
So that's because we can't use our own creator code.
What do you can buy skins in this?
Yeah, so now that it's free to play, there's like, oh, nice elimination. There's loot boxes and
loot boxes.
You'll probably have gotten some loot boxes already. Like I don't even know. I don't really understand what's going on with the microtransactions in the game. You get like it's like fully Path of Exile. You get like blueprints and you need rocket bucks to buy like rocketanium in order to build the blueprints and et cetera, et cetera. There's loot boxes where you can unlock like new car bodies and wheels and stuff like that. So there's some weirdness like that. But
have you put any money into it yet?
Oh, dude, I bought the battle pass.
Oh.
That's like my limit for microtransactions. Is like if I like your game, I'll buy the battle pass.
I mean, because it's free, right? Give me that gold,
dude. I think you've done it. I screwed.
Oh.
Hit the post. Oh, and they're gonna counterattack
Rosen.
us.
Oh no. Oh.
I should have gone for it, but I was like, I don't want to push it in myself.
Bizarro World KYR Speedy with the goal.
Oh yeah, 1 IQ Skeepy.
So have you bought any, like, can you buy specific outfits, or is it just like Iridium bucks and stuff like that?
So apparently people are telling me you actually don't buy loot boxes. It's all like based on these blueprints.
Okay.
So, but I don't know how you get blueprints. Every once in a while, I'll just finish a game and it'll be like, hey, you got a blueprint for like Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man wheels. And I'm like, all right.
Really?
Then I try to make it and it's like, you don't have enough rocket bucks for that. Great. Oh, good try. Good try.
I whiff. All right. So Rosen's getting his revenge right now.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. So this one just boosts straight towards it. Yeah. There you go.
There's a pro league to this, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it just watching like?
You wouldn't believe it, dude. It's in Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, when Saruman and Gandalf fight, and you can't even see what they're doing because they didn't have the budget back then to do any CGI.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like they're doing some wizardry, the likes of which you've never seen before.
Like what? Like 360s?
Oh, it's you. So yesterday, I don't want to spoil it too much, but I was recording a little Rocket League with an esports level Rocket League YouTuber called Mertzy.
Ooh. Oh, that's the guy on Twitter. He's like, yeah, I'm a big fan. He said that to you. Nice. Oh, that was a good save. I liked where you're at.
Some of the stuff that he was doing was just like, I mean, in most of the games, I basically sat in our net and then he would just take it like all the way up in the air and score.
Like,
and the other team couldn't do anything.
Did you play casuals or ranked?
It was like, so there's actually like a really good tournament infrastructure in the game. So you can make a private tournament with like 128 teams and then tweet like, hey, put this information in and join us. And then it just automatically handles all the infrastructure and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
That's no good. Okay. It's still possible. Yo, she's making a lot of noise. She's very vocal right now.
So he's big on the pro scene?
I don't know if he's like, because I didn't want to ask in case it was a sensitive subject.
Oh.
I don't believe he's a pro player, but he's an enormous YouTuber that has like incredible montages. And like he's grand champion level, which is...
So he's like one of the Rocket League guys on YouTube. He's like the Northernlion of Rocket League.
You know what? That's a nice way to put it, but I don't know if that's.
You don't know if he's that big.
He's bigger. He's got 900,000 subscribers on YouTube. All right, so you know.
She wants you to score, Dad.
Yes, I do love I love the father-daughter interaction.
You know, it'd be crazy. Like 10 years from now, she could hear that. You know what I mean?
True. It's true.
Like you couldn't go back and listen to your dad listen to Steely Dan like 30 years ago. It's just not what the technology wasn't available.
I was thinking about that. Like, do you ever? I think one of the ways I realized that, like, you know, I always knew my parents loved me, but it really puts it in perspective when you're like, they bought like a $1,500 video camera in 1991 to record me going like, ah, blah, blah, blah. It's crazy.
So speaking of tech, we it just came up. I ended up listening to the Zelda 2 soundtrack.
Right. Okay.
And it came out. I got it. There's like this whole story. Whatever. I got it when I was 5, but like I'd play it with my dad every night, and then I'd go to bed, and he'd continue. But this is like Galaxy Brain Twitch, and the memory just came back. Is he would record whatever I missed so I could watch on VHS. Before.
Hey, that's really cool.
Isn't that crazy? Like, and you're talking like 87, 88. I'm like, that's Galaxy Brain stuff, you know?
Dude, I had this guy I used to play Halo 2 with. I thought he was a genius. He had one of those like, so you used to plug in your video game consoles like through your VCR sometimes for reasons that I don't even understand at all. And then you have to put it on channel 3 in order to get the signal to pick up.
Yeah.
Those were the days. He somehow hooked it up so he could record his Halo 2 gameplay onto a VHS as he was playing. That's like, you want to talk about scuffed YouTube back in the day. And I don't even know what you would do after. I guess you would then put it into a VHS to DVD converter.
And then mail it to your local BBS.
Well, then you could rip the DVD from there onto your PC and probably get like a real player file or DivX or something like that. Then you could upload it to your own private FTP server and send people a link. That was what it was like back in the day. All right. And you'd send it to people and they'd be like, "Wow, nice kill."
They'd write you a postcard. All right, so we're trying to get 10 wins. We got one win. We got 22 minutes on the clock right now.
Exit to main menu.
Okay.
And then we'll enter another casual game and hopefully get some different players. I think honestly we got a good foundation there. We just got to learn a little bit about like how we're gonna work together.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the kickoff meta is important.
Okay, I'm with you.
But winner by forfeit.
Wait. Okay, it's on.
I think we joined the game of somebody that was getting their butt kicked.
Excuse me. What is our team name?
We are the waifus.
Well,
that means like we took the spot of some people who already had like a team name in place.
So you didn't make that name up?
No, of course not.
Well, it was like a little bit out of your.
You think like, I would?
I mean,
I wouldn't do that.
Things have changed, you know. All right,
Dude,
so
okay,
this is meta.
These are PlayStation gamers.
How do you know?
They have the Signet avatar, which indicates that they do not have the ability to upload their own custom imagery. So most of our team-based goals are going to look something like what they're doing right here. You're going to yeet the ball into the corner. By yeeting it into the corner, it's going to come around to the center, and then the other player will hit the ball into the net from the center.
Okay.
Something like what they're doing right here is what we want to be doing once we get to their end.
Okay. The corner ball strats.
Little corner ball goes a long way.
Okay. I just get a little uneasy when the ball goes in the air. That's where I don't feel comfortable. On the ground,
I would say at our level, you don't need to hit it in the air. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
The air is like, I mean, if you play against people at like Apollo's level, you're never going to be able to touch the ball if it goes into the air. Someone's going to get to it first every single time. At our level, like, people can't even reliably hit the ball necessarily.
Okay.
Oh my God, I can't believe we got that. Okay. We're taking it out.
Yo, they have heart contrails. Do you have contrails?
Oh, I dude, honestly, I feel like this is like a Fortnite situation. where if I actually could sell my account, it would be worth like thousands of dollars.
Why? Because you have you have Skull Trooper, the equivalent of.
Yeah, I got like 2015 drip.
That's my bad.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't know. Maybe we should play competitive.
Why?
Because I
These
think
guys
maybe
are
the
good?
MMR will be more consistent. I mean, they're not good, but
We can beat them.
it's possible, I suppose.
All right.
I'm starting to my level of confidence has come down slightly, but I still, you know, even a small percentage chance is still a possibility. Rare things happen all the time.
So before you hit it, you boost into it always, right?
If I have boost, yeah,
Okay.
I try to. This is probably a situation where I should have just gone back instead of trying to force it, but that's okay.
Okay. First, you wait for it.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
That's
There
our
you
house.
go.
That's our house. All right, you got it. All right.
No, I don't have any boost.
Okay. Nice.
No, that's they're gonna have a good shot. They're gonna have a good shot.
Okay, it's all right. Takaz Fusion, that's okay. They're up 2-0. We got plenty of ball to be played here. Plenty of ball.
Is definitely doable.
So since since having the kid, like, do you feel like a different value on your time?
Oh, absolutely. Like I shouldn't say I resent it because that's not like what I mean.
Yeah.
But people will sometimes message me like things that are not urgent at all, but be
what would
like
be an example of that?
I don't know, like, you know, I don't mean to be rude to anybody, but like, you know, Mathis, for example, will be like, hey, just so you know, I'm still up to like, you know, check out this game together. And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's a nice message, but I'm also like, it's not the right time. Like I have no space for anything.
Get that out of here. Sorry.
That is not like critical and urgent right now, essentially. Like if people like message me and be like, hey, do you want to work on like a new project? And I'm like, are you insane?
Well, that's why, like, when I pitched you this, I'm like, okay, like, I get it, you know, like, it's pretty much like if I'm sending you a message, it's either a yes or no. It's not, what do you think about this? Pretty much.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like anytime I get a message that's like, I'd like to pick your brain about this, I'm like, well, you better build a time machine and go back to like August.
And I think like someone listening, that could sound rude, but it's not. It's just like
you limit so much less time.
I shot all. Hit that back, baby. Okay.
I mean, I'm getting roasted.
Put that in.
I'm getting roasted.
Why?
People are like, this is a new project. This is not a new project. This is Tuesday. Tuesday's always been some Twitch stuff. It's just a different flavor of ice cream, you know?
It's basically just check the wire, but monetized and overlapped.
Yeah, exactly. And because we're playing a game, people will watch it.
So it's pretty much the same thing, you know?
Oh, crap. I think I just scored on our own.
It's all right. It's all right. All right.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Like, I mean, I never remember what it was like, too. I like when you had, I can't remember if it was your first kid or your second kid, but we were like, you know, I wonder how long Dan's going to be out of Unity for. And in my head, I was like, I don't know, he'll probably be back next week. And now I'm like, what was I thinking? That's crazy talk. Like so we're 6 weeks on, and I feel like I've gotten back to some degree of routine, but it's like,
it's still like you could roll the dice and it come snake eyes tomorrow.
And yeah, that's exactly it. Like some days, like here's what my week really looks like right now. Like 3 out of 7 days, I wake up at 5 a.m. and just stay up and start working there. So I have like a 1.75 times the average workday. And then the other 4 days, I'm a zombie and I just get almost nothing done at all.
So how do you set expectations, not for you, but for like the audience on YouTube and Twitch? Like, is there an expectation set or no?
Dude, it's been sweet. So first off, I'm doing at least 3 videos a day. It's pretty easy at that level just because I've been doing it for so long. Mm-hmm. Then the other thing is when people like, you know, offer any sort of criticism at all, everybody in the community jumps down their throat to say like, relax, you just had a kid. It's beautiful. People will be like, oh, I hate that he didn't read the description for this thing like before he did it. People are like, shut up, idiot. He has a 6-week-old infant.
Oh. So like, no. So has the rock tinted? Has that evaporated?
not evaporated, but like I would say there's a lot more sympathy regarding it.
Yeah, that's nice though.
Okay, so we should leave match here again.
So just for context,
chill for a minute or two.
Yeah. So just for context, we have 1 win in 30 minutes. The goal is 10 wins in 2 hours.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Which is increasingly becoming mathematically impossible.
So exit to main menu?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. Let's try a little competitive. Let's see how this goes. The good news is in competitive, if we get up like 3-0, our teammates, or not teammates, but our enemies will start talking crap to each other and then demoralize them and forfeit as soon as possible.
Hey, I don't think I can join you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm only level 5.
All right. Put us back here then.
So I think, I mean, since it kind of like breached, and I think we talked about a little bit individually, but it's probably like a decent time to at least, I mean, we can get into the brass tacks about canceling Check the Wire if you want to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so here's, I've already said it, but I'll say it again. Like, I thought Check the Wire was good, but then when I went away, all the episodes were slappers. So it just, and it didn't really hurt my feelings, but I was like, man, this show just works better, I think, with guests, which is great. But then the problem is that it's literally an exact content overlap of your existing podcast. So it seems super weird to have like one Dan Gheesling podcast a week and then also one Check the Wire a week that are essentially the same thing. And I guess the other thing is, like, I'm going to take this one, by the way.
Okay.
The other thing is, it's like, I guess it's one of those things where, like, if you're a farmer, maybe your time is better served farming than, like, giving a lecture about farming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if people find us entertaining, then maybe we should be in the process of making entertainment. Not to say that Check the Wire didn't have some value for sure, but instead of spending that like 2 hours a week talking about making hay, we could just make some more hay.
I'm big into that, you know. Nice.
Are you kidding me?
That was a great center.
Dude, that's good. That's exactly what we want to have on the walls there. Even if they hit it, we just make them hit it.
Nice. Yeah, and like, I mean, and when you said that, like, I'm not gonna say I wasn't I was thinking that a little bit. Nice,
dude.
And it really, I mean, because we had some great, like, legendary guests when you were gone, just like it really good, and it was kind of capped off with Small Ant, and I'm like, I'm probably not making these drastic changes if Ryan and I are still like talking. I know that's not the point of the podcast, but still, like, there was just so much different insight from so many people. And like, you and I are like kind of in our bubble, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I think that's why we work well together on this sort of stuff as well. Cause I know, like, as we talked about, if you're like, hey, what do you think about the podcast? If I'm like, it's, been a little better with guests than it was with just the two of us, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you for like 3 days. Dude, this is potentially win number 2 right here. We had an AFK that just left, although they've been replaced now, so you never know. Mid-season free agent signing. Yeah, and then the same thing. Like, when I was watching like the reaction to the shows when I was gone, and every single one was like, "This, you gotta watch this one. This is amazing." It didn't hurt my feelings either. I was like, maybe this just works better as a show with guests. In which case you could loop it in with your own thing if you wanted to, or maybe we're just better served making people laugh.
Please get in. Please get in.
That was actually an incredible shot.
So they're gonna eat that shot. Watch that, boys.
Look at this.
Looks like a Ninja Turtle. But yeah, no, and that's the thing, like, because we, like, it was kind of on ice. Like, I'd check in with you and be like, hey, like, because the last thing I want to do is be like, hey, when you coming back? When you coming back? Because I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, if he wants to come back, he's probably just going to come back. Not that you didn't want to, but,
No, it's like I would have kept doing it.
You got diapers to buy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not sweating that too much right now. But the time is definitely at a premium. And it's not like, oh, I want more time. It's more like the time that I'm spending, let's make sure we're spending it in the best way possible.
Yeah. And that was important. Like, it's really important to me, number one. And like, in the back wire. Oh, in the back where, you know, we prefaced it just saying like, hey, look, this is nothing, like, it's not personal. It's just about this one particular piece of content. It's not how I feel about Ryan or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And, but then the other thing too, like after we were kind of deciding to cancel it, you know, I made a big point to be like, look, like without Check the Wire, because I really enjoyed interacting with you and like talking and like doing something. I didn't want that to go away, because the other thing is like while you're away, like everyone's doing really well, you know, which is good.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Like Apollo's killing it, Melv's killing it, and then it's like everything's going good. So it's, you know, you don't really want to take away from that. But
yeah, no doubt about it.
So it just kind of came to like this. Well, why don't we just do this, which is essentially this very similar thing as Check the Wire. Oh, that's bad. We should have blocked
nice
it.
try.
We need
Nice
this
try.
win though. We need this win. This could be.
This would be a good one to get us back in some momentum. I might say we might want to like readjust our parameters.
Okay.
Like I don't know if 10 is mathematically possible.
Oh, really? How long against 5 minutes?
5 minutes minimum, and then 30 seconds for each replay.
Can you turn replays off in your matchmaking stuff?
You cannot turn replays off.
Wow. Okay, so look, average 7 to 8 per game.
I would say like honestly, will we have an hour and a half left?
Yeah.
I would say like if we could hit 7, that'd be pretty sweet.
But is it mathematically possible for us to even get 10?
Is it mathematically possible for us to get 10?
If things go perfectly, you play 8 to 10 matches an hour. That's what someone. So it's still on the table. We got to win this. This is a must-win situation, though.
I would say if it's merely mathematically possible, they're all must-wins.
Okay, that's fair. But if we win this, then we buy ourselves a little time.
in
Am I getting this
some way? Yeah. In some ways, I guess we buy ourselves a little time.
Okay.
I don't know. We could just keep it up, and if we don't make it, we don't make it. Hey, that's the stakes are real. We don't want to just set it at a level where like we're gonna win every time.
Speaking of,
I'm like, there's so many different options for games for this. Can we get a Fortnite duos win in 2 hours? Oh baby!
Come on, block it, you jerk. Speaking of high stakes, I mean, there may not have been higher stakes right now than. What's the status of your PS5?
Oh, it should be arriving on Monday.
Okay. How confident are you in that?
100%.
Okay. Where did you order from Ant Online?
I did not order it from Small Ant Online. It's ordered from the PlayStation is ordered from Walmart, and the Xbox is from Best Buy.
You went with both. Why both?
Well, honestly, like I wanted both to begin with, but the reason we're getting both is because Kate just pre-ordered them both.
But like
we didn't have like a conversation about it. I just came out of my office and she was like, "Hey, I got them."
Oh, that's like, the big ol' baby. Oh. But, and maybe this is coming from a lack of knowledge.
Okay,
what is there to play on the Xbox?
It's basically just a sports game machine.
Okay, I got it.
That's the way I would look at it right now. It's a Game Pass sports game machine.
Okay. And is that available? Oh, Game Pass because of X, which is a piping hot deal.
It also has the EA Play stuff in it now too.
So if you have Game Pass on your PC, it extends to your Xbox?
I believe so. Yes.
I mean, that's okay. Yeah, that's
the main reason, because I bought an Xbox One at launch, and I have used it like 4 times. Like, this is not a joke. The last game I played on the Xbox One was The Witcher 3 at launch. So we're talking about like it was literally the summer of 2015.
Well, I mean, the Game Pass makes sense then to me. Like, you just kind of sold me on that, because like you just say you're just sitting there chilling on your couch, you're like, oh
yeah,
you
exactly.
play whatever you want, you know. And then
the PS5 is just it's Demon Souls.
Yeah.
It's just Demon Souls.
I don't think I've ever cared about a console more than the PS5.
Do you have a hookup yet? Do you have some sauce?
So the sauce, it started out as I have 2 50-50 chances.
What does that mean?
So,
Did you buy it from a casino?
no. Just my level of confidence. Like,
Okay.
so 2 people reached out and like, hey, I bought an extra one. You know, I'll sell it to you. I'm like, hey, I will pay. You know, I'll pay whatever sauce you want on top. And so this was like a month ago. So over time, like, you know, I've been keeping in contact, being like, hey, send me some screenshots. How we doing? So, you know, I feel pretty good. I feel like 86% on one and like 90 on the other, but the 90% is not launch day one. So,
but like, so somebody bought a second one.
yes.
They're going to get it and send it to you, or they change the shipping address to your address?
So one of each. So, because I figured both probably will not come through, right? But
I mean, if you feel 86 and 90, then the odds are like 75% that both would come through. But I understand where you're coming from.
it didn't start that way. It started like, oh, you know, sure, that's all good and nice. But like as we get closer and I'm getting like actual screenshots, I'm like, this could actually happen.
Okay.
So, but I've been really big into like, I've been looking at the Demon Souls footage and it's literally, it looks like humans. Humans have been dropped in the game.
It's better. It looks better than the Dark Souls character creators. That's for sure.
And I'm excited for you because you never played Demon Souls, right?
Yes, correct. I've never been to Proletaria.
Excuse me. That's called Bullet Town. But then, and for me, like on my end, I've never had a Souls game at launch with PvP. You know, with like a...
Oh, dude, that's true. I forgot you've never played a Souls game like in its release window.
Yeah, so I'm like...
Yeah, it's... Dude, all the stuff where you're like, I hate this about... Like, people will be like, oh, Mirror Knight summons people through his shield. Or like, this boss actually finds people that are online right now. You actually get to do that because not everybody that's stuck playing the game is like a ELO 4000 Grandmaster level meme hacker. You actually get to experience like it as the way it's designed instead of just like have the fun sucked out of you to make some nerd's day slightly better.
Wait, so you're saying like you'll go in and help like a really bad player beat a boss? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I did when Dark Souls came out on PC. I would spend like a whole afternoons just chilling in Anne Orlando helping people beat Ornstein and Smell. It was very cool.
I don't know what any of those 3 things are you just said, but
you don't know what? Okay, I would spend whole afternoons, which is the time I would say roughly between like noon and 6 p.m.
Okay.
Chilling in Anne Orlando.
Excuse me?
Anne Orlando. Helping people kill Ornstein and Smosh. I don't know what you call
Smog.
it.
Wait, you said you pronounced it Smow?
Or Smog, Smo, whatever.
Smo?
I mean, it's OUGH, you know?
Yeah.
How do you say it?
I guess
Smuff? Like tough?
I've been since I've been following all this stuff, Twitter always recommends, you know, Dark Souls creators and stuff to me. The fan base for those games are insane. Like every day there's new fan art of like Maria the Wilted or whatever.
Yeah, Lady Maria.
Yeah. Like it's huge. I guess I knew Dark Souls was big, but
yeah, like probably it wouldn't surprise me to have the take that like Dark Souls and the franchise in general is like the most influential game of the first half of the 2010s. That's like 2010 to 2015. I think that's number 1.
What would you put in the second half? Spelunky 2?
It's a great game. I don't know. Depends what you're looking for. Like, I don't know, battle royales were pretty big. So you might say that. I don't know, maybe something like Destiny, like looter shooters, or I don't know. I think PUBG would be pretty close though.
Because it really opened up everything, right? There was no Fortnite without PUBG. Because remember talking about like the controversy that like PUBG sued Fortnite and like no, like that's, come on, it's
a different era.
Yeah. And then there's been no like I'm trying to think. Warzone had some VR innovation, I think you could say, but really it's been just
By the way, I
changes.
know like one day we're gonna go back and we're gonna like it might even be next Tuesday that we're gonna do Fortnite. you will lose your mind at the changes that have happened in that game.
In what way?
There's drivable cars.
Can you
I don't know if there's still bots, but there's like when I played last week, like the Avengers were in it, so you would land at like Tony Stark Tower, and then like a bunch of armed guards would shoot at you. It's crazy. Like there's so much. There's like they have jetpacks, and I mean there's just the amount of content is just nonstop.
I mean, you're glossing over the best part. What about the skins? Any good skins?
There's some YouTuber skins, which is
YouTuber skins.
Yeah, like Lachlan. Lachlan Fortnite has. Oh, me neither. But
Sarah.
Sarah McLachlan. I get it. We should leave this lobby once this game's over, for sure. Dude, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And you know what I noticed? You're gonna laugh. So since the last time I played Fortnite, I got a new esports keyboard. And when I was doing dances in Fortnite, the keyboard lights up the RGB at the same BPM as whatever dance you're doing. So when you're doing Orange Justice, it's like a little slower, and then when you're doing like the Best Friends dance, it's mega fast. Like it's got a built-in programming.
Just for Fortnite?
Just for Fortnite.
What kind of keyboard did you get? And what is that the reason why you bought it?
And I didn't even know it existed. It was just a happy accident. It's a Logitech G something or other. It's real esports levels for sure. Yeah, Logitech G420, I think. I think you got it, chat.
All right, we're getting bodied here. So, did you win when you played?
No, I came third a couple times. Honestly, like it's one of those things you just know if you're going up against a 12-year-old, you're gonna win, right? If you're going up against a 14-year-old, they're gonna build like a palace every time you try to shoot them.
We haven't really talked about the new craze in gaming.
Okay, before we do this,
yes, we need a meeting of the minds, right?
You should leave the party and then invite me to your party, and maybe it'll take your MMR instead of mine, because we're not gonna make too much progress at this level, I think.
Okay. So RT.
No, it takes the highest MMR. All right, never mind. Let's go back into the queue.
Okay.
This is it's gonna be tough. I don't think 10 wins is on the table. I think we should start thinking about consolation prizes.
How about we just think about the 6 inches in front of us, the next win? How about we get a little streak going? Little streak.
Minkus. You know what? A streak, 2 wins in a row is a nice streak.
Okay.
I also want to run something by you, Dan.
Yeah.
I think you've got a great content idea where when you didn't complete that challenge in Spelunky, you had to eat the lukewarm canned peas.
Yeah.
I think we should always have like some kind of consequence.
I'm with you, but I need to take peas off the table. Are you a pea guy?
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't want to pull down the veil of entertainment too much, but I feel like I don't love peas that much, but eating them cold out of the can with a spoon is like the absolute worst way to experience them.
I mean, if peas are peas, they're not like, they literally ruin any food, but we don't need to have that conversation. So let's talk about potential consequences, not for this week, because this wasn't even the pilot. We call this the pilot episode. You know, when you're watching Michael Scott, he's got a different haircut. It looks like they're shooting with a handy cam Sony.
He's got 30 extra pounds on him. Yeah.
So like potential future consequences. What would be one of severe consequence for you?
Eating bad things always is great.
Okay.
In my opinion.
So what would be some bad things we could, and chat, feel free, you know, this is not check the wire. This is interactive experience. Throw some stuff out there that are within easily gettable off Amazon or something.
I don't want to eat incredibly spicy food and ruin my gastrointestinal tract. I would rather eat something very disgusting than eat something that's like physically going to make me ill.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
So Tarkov is off the table for you then. So what comes to mind for you?
I thought the peas was good. Some kind of food that I think is gross.
What's on your worst vegetable list?
See, as not being a picky eater, it's a really hard one to come up with. Honestly, I'm like, there's always those like weird jelly beans, you know, like the Harry Potter jelly beans.
Oh, we could play jelly bean roulette.
We could play jelly bean roulette, the bean boozled roulette.
What was I gonna say? Oh, hold on, black. Nice black.
I don't think it's a good idea to do breast milk. I think that's probably a TOS violation, is my guess.
Actually,
I don't
may not.
know, but it seems to me like there's a chance it could be a TOS violation.
Well, that's what I asked. Like, is eating peas out of a can TOS? Because you can't eat on Twitch, right? Are you competitive eating?
Yeah, like eating challenges you're not supposed to do, but like I think you can eat canned peas.
So I saw this thing on TikTok. This guy had this briefcase and opened it up, and inside the briefcase was like this sealed it was like a sealed Dorito bag, but with no labeling on it. And he opened it, and inside of it was a singular black tortilla chip. And he went from biting it to instant tears, like within 3 seconds.
That's like the one chip challenge, yeah, like the Paki one chip challenge or something. I've seen that. So, apparently, it is very spicy.
So I got a nice reward for us if we win.
Oh, what's that?
Something I just learned is native to only Michigan. Something called Bompy cake. Have you ever heard of Bompy cake?
I have never. It's bumpy.
Yeah, Bompy though.
BOMPY.
BUMPY.
Bumpy cake.
Yeah, but it's Bompy. It's basically it's like a it's a chocolate cake with like road bumps on it, and the road bumps are filled with vanilla.
That sounds good.
It's really good, but they're only in Michigan.
Bumpy
Get that
cake.
out of here.
Of all the names,
nice.
Bumpy cake.
All right, let's get some goals here, huh?
Dude, this is like the most annoying guy to play against.
Sweaty?
All he does is smash you when you're trying to hit the ball. All he does is smash you.
Nice.
See? I just got smashed again.
Are you talking about EYE?
Yeah, I hate God, but with EYE.
This is how I remember Rocket League. Like, I'm trying to get in position and I rarely touch the ball. That's what I remember it. But
I may have overestimated our abilities to compete here.
I did float the. I'm like, hey, do you think 10's enough, or should we go? And I think you're like, oh, we'll hit it easy. I think that's what you said.
Well, I didn't think we'd be up against this level of competition.
That's fair.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we'll take suggestions for consequences for sure. Either tweet us or Ryan's
and
subreddit.
Thank God we don't have to do it this week.
Yeah, this is pilot. You know.
It's true. I need a Smurf account now so I can play with my friends without having to sweat it up all the time. I finally understand all those Call of Duty YouTubers complaining about skill-based matchmaking.
Real life potential question.
Okay.
If you saw Toby Flenderson walking down your block,
okay,
what would you do? Nice shot, kid. Nice shot.
Thank you. I would probably say, "Hey, Toby."
You'd yell out, "Hey, Toby"?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I'd be like, "Hey, Toby."
And in like a normal environment, would you like try to get a picture with them, or you just kind of be like,
I'd just be like, "Hey, Toby." I think that's the extent. Because like I don't need a picture with Toby Flenderson. You know, I'm not a Toby super fan. I just recognize him.
I mean, as speaking as your content devil on your shoulder, could you imagine the sauce it would get though? If you tweeted
I can
picture
turn
of
it
you
into a
Toby.
vlog. I gotta turn it into a vlog. You'll never guess who I meant on the street. Gaussian blur, 3.6 pixel radius.
Wait, hear me out. You'll never guess which cast member of The Office I met, and then you put a picture of Steve Carell and just blur it a little bit.
10-minute, 1 second runtime. All right. Exit to main menu.
Is there any like you know how there's movies that there's like this ice movie that some people call like Goonies Part 2, or like there's movies that are out that aren't related to their prequel. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know.
Prometheus and Alien.
No, I need to leave this, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some movie. Can't leave this game. There's some movie that's like, oh, this could be a sequel to an unrelated movie. I don't think I'm saying this properly.
I'm just gonna let you keep going.
Okay, so like the sequel to Willy Wonka. Someone said the movie Icebreaker is like a sequel to
What the
Willy
heck
Wonka.
is Icebreaker?
Ice Piercer?
Snowpiercer?
Yeah, Snowpiercer.
Who says Snowpiercer is a sequel to Willy Wonka?
That's what they say online.
What do you mean that many people are saying it?
Well, it's someone in chat said it once, okay? So, like, is there any like I'm good to go. Are there any underlying storylines in The Office that can apply to like, is it like a euphemism for something else, or is it just The Office? Fan theories.
Well, I like to think that Michael Scott, he did so well at Dunder Mifflin and the Michael Scott Paper Company that they hired him in the U.S. government to man Space Force.
Okay.
And that's a spiritual successor, in my opinion.
Got it. But like, does anything The Office stand for anything other than, Dwight? Like them being each other, or is it just that's it?
Does anything in The Office stand for?
Are there any deeper meat? Is it like Lost,
them
or is
being each other, or is it?
Is
just
it like Lost,
Dwight?
or is it like? Is there? Could it mean other stuff?
I don't know how to answer this question, but here's what I'm gonna say. The guy who plays Stanley, Stanley Hudson, is trying to kickstart like a standalone Stanley Hudson television program. I'm not sure how it's going, but I believe that was in the works.
One of my favorite episodes is when Michael's picking on him in one of the meetings, and then Stanley just snaps. Did I stutter?
I've been living vicariously through your rewatch of The Office, because we rewatched like season 1 to 7. Maybe like in September and August. So now seeing you go through it again, I'm like, I get to relive all the moments.
Oh, dude, it's so good, man. Like, my thing is how did Jim and Michael Scott, how are the only ones that have a career after The Office? There's so much talent in that show.
I think some of the other actors and actresses have careers. Are they careers on the level of a Steve Carell?
But like, out of
Probably
all people,
not.
Jim Halpert's the one that gets the limelight, and I like Jim.
Well, he's really good at looking at the camera, which I think is an essential skill as an actor.
But
dude, Steve Carell, he's like an actually great actor, like not just comedically, like he's got a flair for the dramatic as well.
Really?
He's kind of one of those guys, like he's funny, but like if he snapped, he's gonna go all freaking twisted, dude.
But Pam Beesly, like, what's she doing? I know she's got a podcast called Office Ladies, but
I believe I told you she starred in. She was the romantic lead in the Will Ferrell Napoleon Dynamite movie Blades of Glory.
she was.
She was the romantic lead in that film.
How'd she do?
Oh, Dan, you could. Oh,
I tried. He beat me there. I mean, Toby deserves his own Netflix special.
did Dexter?
Oh,
Toby Flenderson, the Scranton Strangler.
you said Pam Beesly is a blues fan, so you don't like her.
Yeah, we are not in a good. We're not on good terms.
And the only person I can see being typecasted is Dwight. Like have you seen him in anything and you're like, oh, that's just Dwight, or no?
Yeah, everything that he's ever been in. He's in a movie called The Rocker. He's just kind of Dwight. He's Matthew McConaughey's tech guy in the movie Sahara. He's kind of Dwightish.
Okay.
In Juno, he's a little Dwight-esque.
He's in Juno.
He is. He plays a convenience store clerk that has a very Dwight-style demeanor, as you might expect.
I mean, but that's what I'm talking about. He goes from like one of the stars of The Office to like clerk. And no disrespect, but
What do you mean by that? No disrespect, but
like, doesn't he have like a comedy lead, like something?
Oh, there was The Rocker. The Rocker in 2009.
Oh, so he was the star of that?
He was the star of that. It's got like a 16 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's pretty good.
Oh wait, so since you've had the kid, I imagine like your TV movie games got to be on point. Oh my
god, dude! I've been watching so much.
You got any good wood?
Not really.
Well, you've been watching like trash. You've been watching not even Storage Wars. You're watching something else.
Oh, Parking Wars. I feel like I understand you more because so much of Parking Wars takes place in Detroit.
Really? What is Parking Wars?
So it's basically a show where they follow around like parking authority agents, like meter maids, and then, you know, just film their interactions when they give people tickets. As you might expect, they're not always too pleased about it. And you get some great moments. Like, I was watching one yesterday. This one was in Philadelphia, though. And, like, they told a dude, they're like, hey, you know, he had like $700 in unpaid parking tickets or something like that. And sorry, I got distracted. Someone in chat said, in before somebody makes fun of Philadelphia, which is what I'm about to do. But they were like, he went up to the front, but he didn't have his insurance. So he waited like half an hour in line just for them to be like, you have to go back and then get in line again. Then when he came back, he took the wrong insurance. So he had like last year's insurance. And when he got up to the front, they were like, we can't take this. You got to go back and get like your current insurance. And he said, you think you're so tough hiding behind the glass, huh? That door ain't locked, brother. Why don't you come outside and meet me in the parking lot? And the guy's just like, okay, we're just gonna need you to get that new insurance, please. It was clearly like a very common occurrence that people try to fight the parking authority.
But so the municipalities sign off on this then, huh?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, must be a nice revenue generator for them. I never heard
some
that.
of the tickets are like $20. Like I know I'm not saying everybody has an extra $20, but I'm like, you're gonna fist fight like a city employee over a $20 ticket?
But here's the thing with the parking ticket, it's literally lighting money on fire. Like, it's not like you got something from it. More often than not, it was like a small oversight. You know, maybe you.
Yeah, but don't park there.
That's true. But like, you can understand why people are mad.
Of course. But like, so many of them are like, you know, they parked in a spot. There's like a sign that says no parking, and then they come out and they're like, why are you giving me a ticket? Because there's no parking there. The sign says no parking.
The only problem I have with your narrative is that they're taking it out on the person behind the glass. Like, that's what, like, sure. I get them being mad, but like, person behind the glass is just, you know, moving papers around.
Exactly. It's not their fault.
Nice.
Oh,
what is this? Win number 2?
This is win number 2 right here.
Let's go. Okay,
we've done it.
All right, 2 wins in 1 hour. Can we get 8 wins in? You know what? Let's go on a streak here.
Let's go on a streak. The longest streak that we could possibly make is all I ask.
Okay.
And I did put us in 3s. I thought maybe it would dilute the damage a little bit.
So you've been watching Parking Wars. What else?
Parking Wars. Here's the thing. The baby wakes me up at 4. I watch Netflix. The baby wakes me up at 5. I'm watching Parking Wars.
What do you?
They air from 5 to 7 on Canadian A&E.
Is it called Kane?
What do you mean?
Canadian A&E.
Oh, I see.
I
get it. It's on the Arts and Entertainment Network.
What do you watch on Netflix? Just whatever's on the front page.
Oh yeah, I watched Goldmember yesterday. That's not a good movie.
I mean, it has Mike Myers in it. Tell me one good movie he's in besides Wayne World.
Shrek.
Never saw it.
Hey, you have 2 kids and you've never seen Shrek.
No, so what I do is there's like, and this is before any current events, any meme stuff. There's a website called Common Sense Media. It's not what you think. It's
isn't that it's like it gives you a parental cue. It's like in this movie 2 people kiss, so don't show it to your
so it's parents reviewing movies. So we were looking for Friday night's movie night in our house with the little guys. So I'm like, oh, let's take a look at Wall-E. And there's this scathing let's go. 3 wins, baby. Let's keep it going. It all counts. There's a scathing review from this mom on Wall-E saying about how her son was scared about Wall-E as a dystopian universe where it's just that's the future. And I'm like, maybe we're not gonna watch Wall-E. Have you seen Wall-E?
Yeah, well, it's an amazing movie. I don't. Your kids are like 4 and 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what a 2-year-old is like afraid of, but I feel like Wally is not gonna. I mean, here's the thing: no matter what you have kids watch, I think, not to scare you, or me for that matter, I think you can't control what gives them trauma in that sense. Like when I was 10 and my dad rented Starship Troopers, that has stuck with me for like 22 years from that point onwards. Like when they start,
what happens in it?
Aliens start burrowing into people's brains, and like there's like these mosquito aliens that are chopping people's heads off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then like I watched Lost in Space when I was like 9, and when Gary Oldman turns from a normal man into like a weird octopus. Like it stuck with me, dude. So like no matter what, I think your kids are gonna get freaked out by something. Like when I watched I was probably like 5 when I watched the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
I got like a permanent complex about when they turn Toad into a Goomba.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, but then my answer is just don't show them that, right? Like I don't want to show them.
What are you gonna show them though? What are you gonna show them?
I mean, like we got Pollyanna's on repeat. The only traumatic thing in that, she falls from a 3-story building, and then my kids were terrified from that. As she lies in a heap on the road. But for me, it was The Last Starfighter. There's this moment when Robert Preston like turns into an alien. That's extremely scary, and we've talked about this before.
Oh yeah.
Pee Wee Herman, Large Marge. Like I will still close my eyes to that. I will. I'm like, but I just don't want to do that. So I'd rather just if you want to watch whatever.
Pollyanna.
Yeah, Pollyanna or Curious George. That's what we're watching.
The Will Ferrell Curious George?
No, there's like a little cartoon. It's okay. Also, Madeline's pretty good.
Have you seen my Pog?
Yeah. I think that's about it, though.
Dude, we're gonna get a bunch of dubs here. I'm just letting you know.
We got, dude. It's still on the table. 7. We are only 7 wins away.
Are they still all about David the Gnome, or is that?
David gets some spins. Not as much, but it's high quality. Not the last episode though, because you got to explain that. I'm not ready to explain why a 400-year-old gnome evaporates into a tree, and everyone's crying around it. But that's a different story.
I'm still enjoying the fact that, like, oh, hello.
We got our wine back.
Hello, Mom. Dan, you have one question? Do you have one question for my mother?
Your mom's there?
She is there.
Oh, miss, put her on the headset.
I'm not putting her on the headset.
Okay, can I just say hello to her so I can say that I've said hello to her?
I'll relay your hello.
Please. Can you just put her on the mic to say hello? So just say hello. She go, hello, Dan.
I will not. I will not. I will not.
All right. All right. Ask her this question.
Okay.
And you gave me one, so you have to give her an answer. What is the most embarrassing thing that you ever did as a kid?
Okay, Mom. My friend and big brother runner-up Dan Gheesling has a question for you.
Okay.
He said, "What's the most embarrassing thing I ever did as a little kid?"
Oh, it had to be when you were trying to do push-ups in basketball.
What? I don't even know this. I was trying to do push-ups in basketball.
Yes, you were doing like I guess exercises before you played.
Like in 6th grade or 5th? Okay.
Yeah, like jumping jacks and things
Oh
like
no.
that. But when you got down to do push-ups, it was obscene.
It was obscene.
Yes, it was very, very strange. And the whole group of parents was laughing their asses off.
I've never heard this story
Oh
before.
my God, I wish I had enough info. Your dad and I nearly fell into the bleach.
Oh no.
That was so bad.
All right.
Can you ask her if she wolves cringed when you started doing push-ups?
That's new tech for me. I had no idea.
Dude, just give me another 10 minutes with your mom. I'll have memes for years for you.
I was like, that's a story. Honestly, maybe the fact that I've never been told that was probably to protect me. So I can deal with it now, but I appreciate being kept in the dark for so long.
Do you remember doing that? Like, so pre-game
Not
you
at
start
all,
doing
no.
push-ups.
Sorry, what? Jumping jacks weren't much better. I was like Ben. Who the heck is Ben Vereen? He's a tap dancer. Okay. Ben Vereen. It's rare that I don't understand a reference.
So to get yourself pumped up, you start doing jumping jacks and push-ups. I can see that in my head.
I can see. I mean, I was there, so I can definitely see it. Anyway. I've been enjoying being able to watch whatever I want right now, but I know that that's going to change. Like, when do you think you have to start using, like, those parental guidance? Because, like, it's 6 weeks. Like, let's be honest. She's not remembering too much of all these murder documentaries I'm watching.
I mean, like, and this is my only hesitation to talk about parenting stuff is, like, it's a no judgment zone for me. Like, whatever people do. But for me, we didn't really, like, we're pretty careful about TV.
Oh, thank you. yeah.
And I think the first time we showed him David the Gnome is because, like, he was sick or something, you know, like we had to do something. But maybe a year and a half, maybe.
Okay.
But
plenty of time.
I don't know, and I don't know if there's any truth to it, but just like, oh, get in. Like, I just didn't want to have him see like a bunch of flashing images and stuff, you know?
Dude, I'm telling you, I genuinely do worry that like too much screen time leads to like not clinical ADHD, but just like a short attention span that will affect you for like the rest of your life.
Are we gonna win this one? No.
Oh, an attempt was made at least.
I do subscribe to, I think the more you stream, maybe like I went to type in YouTube during a live stream yesterday, Insane in the Rain, and I typed in RANE, and I didn't even think twice about it. And like I know I play a certain character online, but like you know, my intelligence is fine. But
it's higher than you're not gonna misspell rain on a regular basis.
Yeah. So, all right, 2 wins. We got 45 to go.
We have 3 wins.
3 wins. Yeah.
Because of that the AFK